guys, what is going on? This is Airplane Mode. Today, guys, we are back in X-Plane 11 and we will be doing another full flight. Today we will be flying the JRollon CRJ 200 with the added Blue Sky Star sound pack, which is $20 from the xplane.org store. I highly recommend this sound pack as it is extremely realistic and adds a bunch more realism to your CRJ 200. Today we will be flying as SkyWest Airlines Flight 2805 with non-stop service from Seattle all the way down to Portland. This flight is loaded with 30 passengers on board and will be flying at a cruising altitude of 17,000 feet. With that all being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into the flight deck and we can go ahead and review the FMC. Guys, so now that we are on board the plane, we're going to go ahead and quickly review our FMC. To get started, you can see that we are departing out of Seattle and arriving at Portland, which is a distance of 115 nautical miles. Moving to our departure section, you can see that we are departing off of runway 34 left with the CF4 departure. Moving to our arrival section, you can see that we are arriving on the Crotcher 2 arrival with the Buzo transition, and we are arriving for ILS 10 right. With that, we can move over to our legs page over here, and you can see that it did not fill in any of our altitudes or speeds. That is to be expected because this is just the default FMC that comes with X-Plane 11, so I wasn't really expecting much to begin with. Obviously, as you can see, it is very short, however, it should get the job done. With that, we are already on the legs page, so we can go ahead and start our before start checklist. Alright guys, so our before start checklist is kind of short as I pretty much completed everything that was necessary for it. Obviously our passenger signs are on, which they are now, and pressurization can't really be done with this aircraft. In other words, I don't really know how to do it. If you guys do, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to learn how to make my experience flying the CRJ a lot more realistic. With that, I did set our altimeter, which was 3022. Our FMS/IRSs are set and ready for departure. Our radios and nav aids are set for departure. Our parking brake is on, and our takeoff briefing has been completed. With that, guys, we are going to go ahead and call for a pushback truck, so we can go ahead and press our special button here. I did pre-plan the route, so the tow is going to drive up. And with that, we can go ahead and continue our clear to start checklist, which is a little bit odd because technically right now we're not really clear to start the engines. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and make sure that our APU is on, which it is. Leads are on and set for departure. Our papers are on board. Our takeoff data has been set. That's one thing that we can do. We can go ahead and shut both of our doors. We can go ahead, head back here to the main cabin, shut this door over here. And we can go ahead and shut the flight deck door right there. Moving on, we can go ahead and turn our beacon light on, just like so. Okay, sorry about that. Something happened with X-Plane that was not supposed to happen, and it involved the sound, so there are a few little bugs that are included with the scenery package. However, it is still highly recommended by me, and I will definitely tell you guys to go out and buy it if you have the money for it. Moving on, as I was saying, our fuel pumps are not really necessary. I don't really use them and everything seems to work fine. So if you guys know the proper use for these fuel pumps, please let me know. As I already said with the cabin pressure, I want to learn more about this plane and I want to make my experience flying this plane a lot more realistic. Continuing on, we can go ahead and turn all of our hydraulic pumps on. 3A is already turned on from our kind of like our safety check. With that, we can go ahead and turn our packs off. The pushback truck already connected, so the second we release our parking brake, we should be okay and be starting our pushback. So we're gonna go ahead and now we can release our parking brake, and yeah, as you can see, there is still a little bit of a glitch here, so it's gonna take him a little bit to get us starting. So I'll see you guys when we are ready to go. Alright guys, so he is going to go ahead and push us back, and we're gonna start our engines. And I'm going to let you guys admire the beautiful engine start sounds, so we're going to go ahead and be quiet while I start the engine. So we're going to go ahead and start engine 1. So we're going to, actually no, we'll start engine 2 as we always do, so we'll go ahead and do ignition A, and we'll start engine 2. Once this guy reaches about 20%, we'll go ahead and introduce fuel to engine 2, and everything should be okay. Alright, there's 20%, we can introduce fuel. And go ahead and admire the sound from different areas of the plane. Alright guys, so now that engine 2 has successfully started up, we're going to go ahead and start engine 1, so we can go ahead and press the start button for engine 1, wait for this guy to reach 20%, introduce fuel, and once again, admire some of the engine sounds. There we go, there's 20%, introduce fuel, and listen to it from here this time. Alright guys, so both of our engines have successfully started. We have set our parking brake. Our little push guy is going to go ahead and release the tow from our plane. With that, we can go ahead and start our after start checklist, which consists of turning our ignition off. We can go ahead and disconnect that. Generators can come on. APU generator can come off. All these guys can come off like so. Left and right packs can come on for our departure. I'm such a nerd. I don't really know where the probe key switches are, so you guys can go ahead and let me know where those are once again in the comment section below. Alright guys, so he's going to go ahead and give us our hand signals. Meanwhile, we need to continue our after start checklist. So we're going to go ahead and test our flight control. So full back, full forward, full left, full right. And for our rudders, we can go full left and full right. They all look good. We're going to go ahead and set our flaps to flaps 20, which honestly I'm just guessing, and that's what I always do because again, it didn't really load what our flaps are. There's our hand signals right there. Alright, with that guys, we're going to go ahead and arm our reverse thrust just in case of a rejected takeoff. And we're going to turn on our taxi lights like so. With that, we're going to go ahead, center ourselves, release our parking brake, and taxi on out. I'm going to let you guys hear this from the wing view because these engines are just amazing. With that guys, we're going to go ahead and test our brakes. They seem to work fine, and we're going to continue taxiing to runway 34 left. Alright guys, we are coming up on runway 34 left, so we're going to go ahead and start our before takeoff checklist just so we can do a rolling takeoff. Lights and strobes, landing lights can come on, recognition taxi lights can come off, strobe light and nav light can come on just like so. Flight attendants should have been advised. Yeah, there we go. Everything is set, packs are as required, and we can go ahead, once again center ourselves, and let's perform our takeoff. We're going to go ahead, start our timer, let our engine spool up. Right there, and go. Alright, my V speeds have been set. We're looking for about 120 knots for our rotation speed. Alright, there's 120. We're going to go ahead and rotate plane. Very nice. Alright, gear can come up. We'll go ahead and just wait a little bit. Alright, with that guys, we're going to go ahead and put our flaps up, and we're going to go ahead and engage our autopilot. I did forget to show you that guys, but I already set everything up here how it needs to be. We are going to go ahead and go up at about 2,000 feet per minute. Everything with that should be alright. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and reduce our turn a little bit just because we don't really want our passengers to have that much of an uncomfortable experience. Or actually, no, I don't know what that does. We're going to go ahead and just go half bank, turn that guy off, and there we go, half bank. That should kind of slow our turn down a little bit, hopefully. Yeah, there we go, just so our passengers aren't getting nauseous back there. With that guys, everything is pretty much set, and we are on our way to Portland. Alright guys, so I just want to take this quick short moment to quickly describe exactly what happened. Wow, we are going way too fast. I want to quickly describe what exactly happens in that departure, guys. I ended up arming my reverse thrust, and that's just protocol for the CRJ 200 before departure. What ended up happening was my reverse thrust ended up getting deployed for whatever reason, so pretty much I was slowing down in midair, and that's why during the little departure thing you could see how the reverse thrusts were deployed. Everything is alright now. We are dropping speed nicely, which is a good thing at the moment because we do not want to be going 300 nautical miles per hour. We'll stick around 280 nautical miles per hour, and with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and continue our climb to 10,000 feet, or sorry, 17,000 feet, and I will see you guys at 10,000 feet. Alright guys, we are coming up here on 10,000 feet, so we're going to go ahead and turn all of our landing lights off, as well as turn our seatbelt signs off so our passengers can get up for a little bit and stretch their legs. The seatbelt sign will have to be going back on in just a few minutes as our cruising time is not very long, and yeah. So we're going to go ahead and increase our speed a little bit. With that, guys, I will see you guys when we reach 17,000 feet. Alright guys, now that we are at 17,000 feet, I just want to say, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Technically, there's nothing that we have to do at our cruising altitude, and since we have not passed through 18,000 feet, we don't have to do anything with our altimeter. Once again, guys, with that, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright guys, already we have come to the moment where we are going to go ahead and start our in-range checklist, or in other words, our descent checklist. So we're going to go ahead, lower our altitude to 0, which is a little bit unrealistic, but whatever, we're just going to go ahead and do that since it is the easiest way to do things. There we go. That's on 0 there. We're going to go ahead and start descending at about 2,000 feet per minute. We're going to go ahead and head down there. We're going to turn our seatbelt signs on, and with that, our pressurization, we'll just say it's been set, even though we can't really do anything about that. Our fuel has been checked and is totally set for the flight. I don't know really what this is doing. There we go. Alright, now we're going down. We can go ahead and drop our speed, like so. With that, guys, we can go ahead and get our altimeter for Portland, which today is going to be 3015, so we can head down here and set 3015, just like so. Right there. Altimeters have been set, radar is just set for whatever, landing data has been set, and approach briefing, we'll just say it's been completed. Once again, guys, we're going to go ahead and just drop our speed a little bit here, because it's going a little bit fast and we definitely don't want to overspeed. With that, guys, everything is set until we reach 10,000 feet, so I will see you guys then. Alright guys, we are almost passing through 10,000 feet, so we're going to go ahead and just do our 10,000 feet checklist. So we're going to go ahead and turn all of our landing lights on. Anti-ice is not required. Lights and passenger signs are as required. Altimeter has been set, and with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and increase our rate of descent just by a little bit here. Yeah, 2.3 should be good because we definitely don't want to be too high and end up having to perform a go rounds. With that, we're going to go ahead and just continue flying. Everything is looking good, so I'll see you guys when we get a little bit closer to the airport. Alright guys, so our FMS, or in other words our flight plan, did not really set us up that well for our arrival. So I'm just going to go ahead and give us 2,000 feet to play with here. Actually, we'll just go, yeah, 2,500 will be okay. And we're going to go ahead and switch over to heading mode so we can go ahead, line up a little bit. Not like that. There we go. So you can line up a little bit better with the runway. I did already give our plane the nav aids it needs to be able to set up with ILS, and in other words, lands well with ILS. everything's looking good still. Our passenger signs are all on, landing lights are on, recognition taxi lights are off, which is just perfect. Everything is good for our landing. We're gonna go ahead shallow out our descent a little bit better here because this is a little bit ridiculous. It's we go up here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do we'll just go 1.3 right there. Everything should be alright still. Hopefully we make it successfully into Portland, because as you can see, that is the airport over there. That's runway 10, right? So we did alright. We're gonna go ahead and drop our landing gear right now. There we go. Everything is looking alright. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and make our final turn over to the airport. Our altitude can go a little bit lower, and we'll go ahead and send a little bit right here. Just a very slight amount. I think that's our glide slope. I think it's alright, but I'm not 100% sure. We should almost be in the threshold. Once we get into the threshold, I'm going to go ahead and actually turn on our autopilot for the ILS. Hopefully everything works alright. I'm really hoping that it does. Alright, we're in the threshold. We're going to go ahead and do the approach button. Everything should be okay. It recognizes, obviously, that is the airport. I don't know what it's doing right now. Yeah, so that's definitely not right. We're going to go ahead and just go back to our heading, quickly make a big turnaround, and hope for the best. Yeah, this is definitely not looking good, as we're going to go ahead and just disengage our autopilot and do this manually. We're going to go ahead and bring the flaps to flaps 20. Definitely lower our speed a whole lot. Flight directors, all our autopilot can come off. Trust me guys, I have lots of issues when it comes to autopilot in this plane. Lots of times things just get totally screwed up and I end up making an absolutely terrible landing. We are way too high, and I don't want to turn this, what was supposed to be a good approach, into a dive. We should be alright though. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull our third notch of flaps. Hopefully that does a little bit of work to us. Alright guys, for our VREF, I don't really know what we're expecting, to be quite honest with you. Hopefully we're not too fast and hopefully we're not too slow. I think everything should be okay. And we're going to go ahead and pull our last notch of flaps. Alright, there we go. Now we're starting to get on the glide slope. Hopefully everything is okay. Alright, we're almost pretty much lined up. We are definitely on the glide slope. Everything is looking alright. Now we are too low. That's not good, especially with this plane. Now we are way too low. That is a problem. I'm going to go ahead and increase our speed a little bit. There we go. Now we're pretty good on the glide slope. There are no callouts. I need a figure. I think that's a bug, but alright, we'll go ahead and idle our thrusts. Pull back. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was bad. I need balance too. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, reverse thrust and manual braking, as this reverse thrust does not do that much work. There's 60, go ahead, reverse thrust can come in, manual braking can get to be a little bit more controlled. Alright, we made it. Very bad landing. I'm telling you guys, we are cursed when it comes to landing here in Portland. I don't know why, but things just never work out. And we always have bad approaches. Go ahead and watch my first full flight video and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright guys, with that we're going to go ahead and put up all of our flaps. Speed brakes, I don't think they ever came up, which is a little bit of an issue. I did forget to arm them. And I'm so used to the 737 just kind of auto-arming them, so I don't think those came up, but that's alright. With that, we're going to go ahead and start up our APU so we can go ahead and put power to everything there. Stop our timer. Alright, there we go. We're going to go ahead and start up our APU right there. And there's the little ramps over there for little planes like ours. And also I know Q400s park over there. So, alright, now we can go ahead and do after landing checklist. So APU is going to go ahead and it's turning on right now. We're going to go ahead, flaps are all up. There we go, we can go ahead and put on our generator. Actually no, we'll wait till we make it to the ramp. Lights and strobes, these guys can come off. That guy can come on. Let's see, strobe lights, I know can come off. Oh gosh. I'm telling you guys, this sound is pretty screwed up. Alright. Everything is alright.
You can go ahead and use your cell phone to make phone calls at this time, but we'd like to ask you, please, do not stand up or remove any carry-on items to obtain your cell phone.
Alright, we'll just go ahead and see where CRJ is supposed to stop. That's good enough right there. We'll go ahead and set our parking brake. Generator off. That should be pretty good. We can turn our seatbelt signs off. There we go. Now they're off. This guy arms the airport sounds. I turned that off for in-flight because it sounds like an airplane is totally whizzing by you midair, which is very unrealistic. Alright, with that, thrust levers are off, seatbelt signs are off, anti-ice was never used, fuel pumps can all come off except for 3A, that's always needs to stay on for a little while longer. Fuel pumps, clear those. Fuel pumps were never touched. Hydraulic pump 3A is just going to stay on, beacon light can come off, nav light can come off. And now we'll go ahead and just shut the plane down completely. IRSs can come off, thrust reversers were off. We never armed them because I always have issues. I don't know if you guys do. Let me know in the comment section below. Emergency lights, we're just going to go ahead and leave those how they are right now, just so that we get the little airport sound effects. Windshields, that's these guys right here. We're just going to go ahead and leave them how they are because there's not an off setting. Cargo can't control. Packs can come off. Leads, shoot, we never turned them off. Or sorry, never turns them on. APU I know can come off. There we go. Generator can come off. Hydraulic pump 3A can come off. EC service is off. Lights and battery. And that is the plane totally, actually, that is the plane fully shut down, so I will see you guys outside. Alright guys, with that the video is going to come to a close. Guys, honestly, this was probably my worst experience flying this plane. I definitely made several errors throughout the flight. The landing was definitely not on par. I don't know what I was doing with the ILS, totally guessing how to do everything. In the end, it was very unsuccessful. However, we did make it from A to B in one piece. Our parking job was okay, let's just put it that way. Other than that, the total flight time for today's flight was 31 minutes. It was literally supposed to be that. It said that on SimBooth and everything, so I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. If you guys did enjoy the video, please do not hesitate to hit that big thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you're new. We have 86 subscribers last time I checked. Guys, we are so close to 100 subscribers, and I'm super excited and happy about possibly getting there. That is definitely my goal, and yeah, I know we can do that. Also, just for anybody that might also be new or just has been here in the channel for a long time, if you haven't already done so, hit that little bell icon down below so you can be alerted every single time that I post a brand new video. Once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.